And to discuss China's booming box office, we turn now to Teng Jimeng in Los Angeles. He's a film critic and professor at Capital Normal University. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
No, thank you for being with us. So we saw 9 films, 9 days, a record 8 billion yuan at the box office. That's over $1.1 billion. What are your first impressions of what's driving these numbers?
Well, indeed, it's been such an amazing extra long week for moviegoers in China during the Spring Festival season. I've been also struck by this very progressively big box office revenues, which brings me to my knees, basically. But seriously, I think first off is the viewers. I think when tickets worth $1 billion have been sold, we have to be grateful to filmgoers, and filmgoers in big metropolises and third and fourth tier cities throughout China. It was those consumers who have been engaged in this what we call a frenzy of revenge spending following this COVID hit 2022. Secondly, I think it is also the very tentpole films made by these high-profile directors such as Jia Ling, Han, and Zhang Yimou. These great directors continue to contribute blockbuster value films to movie markets here in China, including, for example, YOLO and Article 20. Thirdly, I think it's this extra long dates, this extra long Spring Festival holiday that allow consumers to rest and relax and watch their popular and favorite films.
And you brought up YOLO and Article 20. What is it about these films, do you think, that resonated so well with the viewers that, got them all to the movies, as you mentioned?
Well, these are actually two interesting films. In fact, they are polar opposite in terms of thematic concerns. YOLO is all about this very woman with an optimistic and positive attitude towards life in a lighter way. And so this is the comedy, and people like comedy, young people like comedy, and including Pegasus 2. These are two films that represents the kind of optimism and lightheartedness entertainment for young viewers. While Zhang Yimou's film Article 20 represents another opposite. I mean, this is basically film for the middle-aged, the intellectuals who are concerned with social issues. Article 20 is mainly about this kind of justifiable defense in Chinese criminal law, which may not be actually fitting in with this very festive atmosphere. But then it is a social commentary film. It is about some of the burning issues here in China. And so themes are important. Themes are actually very, very important. If they resonate, they can contribute to the revenues of films, some of these films during the holidays. So I would say hope and renewal, and comedy and lighthearted entertainment, and sometimes historical and mythological kind of epics would be the market.
Very interesting. Now, Jimmy, we have just about a minute left, but I want to point out that these 9 Spring Festival holiday blockbusters that came out were all domestic films. What would you say that tells us about China's film industry today and going forward?
Well, once again, I think Chinese film industry will continue to develop and continue to churn out actually great films. And so in this sense, I think that with the steady supply of films by the Chinese film industry and improved production quality, Chinese film will increasingly expanding its international influence. And so I'm expecting more quality films, blockbuster value films emerging in 2024, and with the foreign films coming into the Chinese market. I'm actually expecting Argyle and Madame Web coming into the Chinese market and to entertain the consumers in this country.
Plenty to look forward to. Teng Jimeng is a professor at Capital Normal University and a film critic. Thank you so much for your thoughts.
Thank you for having me. Happy Spring Festival.
And to you.